CSUN 1 and 2 dropped one spot in the latest top 20 poll to number 18 this week. Harvard unranked. Primary conference, of course, the Ivy League. But in men's volleyball, they compete in the EIVA, where Penn State usually is the team to come out of that conference into the NCAA tournament. Harvard's got a good team. We'll see how it plays out tonight in this home opener from Northridge, California. Away we go. Walters on the first pass. Right side, a high tip there by Phillips. Ball set out to the left. Triple wall up, but it's going to go out. And the first point goes to Zach Birdie of Harvard. 6'6" sophomore from Corona Del Mar. He went to Mater Dei High School. We're all very familiar with that place. A powerhouse out there in the OC. There are 4 Orange County kids on this roster for Harvard, and the other from Burbank went to Cade McGovern, who played a lot last night, a junior, went to Bureaus High School in Burbank. Zach Birdie, the outsider who we just saw, went to Mater Dei. Than McCrary, another middle who is not in the starting lineup, went to Capistrano Valley High, and there's the first home ace of the year, served by Griffin Walters. He had 5 last weekend up at UCSB across the 3 matches. Matadors on an early lead change, and another one. Back-to-back aces for Griffin Walters. He's got 7 aces now on the year, and the Matadors have now served more than twice as many aces than their opponents. Almost got a third one off the tape, taken by Birdie. And a Matador block up top. That's Hobus pairing up with Malcolm King. And the Matadors with 4 quick ones after dropping the first point. This Griffin Walters rotation back for his senior year. 23 kills last weekend with those 5 aces. This one is long, so it is 2, serving 4. Ethan Smith for Harvard back to the front row. Ethan Smith is from Laguna Niguel, went to Aliso Niguel High. And then Barden, their setter, went to Santa Margarita Catholic, Aliso Viejo product. In the middle, run Malcolm King. That is an overpass. Picked up by Phillips in the back row. Hobus off a touch, covered on the sideline by Fanning. That's a nice get there by Cook. Cross-court swing. Phillips is going wide and out of bounds. Last weekend, Phillips hit .294 in his collegiate debut across the 3 matches and shared the team high with Hobus with 35 kills. The Matadors hit just about even than their opponents, 260 to 259. And I was talking with Ryan Mason before the match tonight, one of the Matador assistants, as Constable, the setter, puts down a setter kill, 5-3. Very pleased. If you look at the stats, of course, stats don't always give you results, but very encouraging stuff against quality competition, particularly against number 7, Grand Canyon. Overpass. Hobus looks to his right and nails the far sideline. And the Matadors playing well in the early moments of their home schedule here, leading 6-3. Outblocked the competition last week, 2.68 to 1.73 blocks per set, and outserved them 23-12 on the aces across the 1 and 2 opening weekend. And that was against number 7 Grand Canyon, New Jersey Tech, and George Mason. The hitting was just about even. Here's Barden to serve, the setter. Junior from Aliso Viejo puts it in play down the middle to Walters. Good pass up front to Constable. He will set, and the Matadors will watch the return go wide. Jackson Payne in the middle, puts CSUN back up by 3. Meanwhile, for Harvard, it turned out it was their season opener last night at USC. It wasn't supposed to be. Left side as, let's see, a swing. It's going to be Harvard's point with Owen Fanning going up. Matadors caught in the net. It'll be 5 serving 7. Harvard was scheduled for a home match last week against Merrimack, but it was canceled because of poor weather in the Boston area. There's an ace serve, Harvard's first of the night, served by Zach Birdie. Harvard had 6 aces in their season opener last night at USC. 6'6" sophomore out of Corona Del Mar, jumps it up, goes down the middle to Talon Cook. Swing for Walters, that's dug, and Harvard's in the net. And that keeps CSUN on top, 8-6. Matadors will get another Ivy Leaguer in here a week from tonight. Princeton will be here. Princeton, like Harvard, competes in the EIVA. And there's another ace for the Matadors. This one served by Kyle Hobus, who also had 5 a week ago. 9-6. Matadors and a trio of aces. Single-digit points here of set number 1. Birdie, get it to Barden, out to the left, cross-court swing by Shepard. He is dug, ball tipped by Phillips. Harvard picks up on it. Barden get it to Birdie over the triple wall, and that'll be a point, good enough on a tip. Usually a tough place to tip as far back as he was with 3 blockers up. Kind of low percentage, but felt confident about it and was rewarded. 7 serving 9. Ball served to Talon Cook in the black libero jersey. Left side Walters, and this one just does catch the back line. CSUN's in double digits, 10-7. 3 other Big West teams in action tonight. UCSB hosting Stanford. That's number 14 hosting number 8. First of a 2-match series. Keep you posted on that. In about an hour, Long Beach State hosts Long Island. And in a couple of hours, Hawaii at home hosts Emmanuel. As the Crimson bring it to within 2. Long Beach State, UC Irvine, and Hawaii starting week number 2 of the season. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in the national polls, respectively. Service goes wide. UCLA at number 1, Ohio State at number 5. (11-8), CSUN. Ball taken far sideline by Shepard, and then Birdie goes up out of the back, swings, and it's too long. And the Matadors have their biggest lead of 4, 12-8 here in set 1. NCAA tournament this year hosted by Long Beach State in the Walter Pyramid, and there was some news this past summer, and that one is going wide, hit by Owen Fanning. The SIAC, as we spoke of Emmanuel today visiting Hawaii, they have been granted, if you haven't heard the news by now, an automatic bid into the NCAA tournament this year, which means they got a waiver. That conference now competing in their 3rd year. And the NCAA gave him a waiver and gave him automatic entry early. Off a touch, Malcolm King, that's picked up in the back by Callum Diak in the maroon libero jersey. And in transition, Griffin Walters puts it down. Biggest lead of 5, 14-9 for CSUN. In the one-on-one battle, Walters, a couple of early aces, serves down the middle. Overpass there, off of King, saved back row by Walters, free ball back over. Barden, left side, cross court, and that is Zach Birdie. Matadors will be chasing it down with Phillips, bring it back on another free ball. Left side, Birdie again, off a soft block, covered by Phillips. Matadors can score here with Phillips, they do! Wow, nice hustle point. Jalen Phillips and company, 3 aces. Harvard hitting .083 with 1 ace. Out to the right side it goes, cross court, flag goes up, and Harvard coming up kind of adamant that there was a touch with Owen Fanning going up, and we might have our first challenge of the night. So 25 points in. Harvard will have the first challenge of the night. Of course, you're allowed 3 if you, and anytime we take a guess, seems like it goes the opposite way, but in real time, nor on this replay that we just saw, can't say that I saw anything definitive, but something that Orvis saw was, and Harvard wins the challenge. There's a service error by Owen Wilbert. Wilbert had the hot hand in his collegiate debut last night, 11 for 13 without an error offensively. 16-10 CSUN. Malcolm King at the line. Serve in play to Birdie, and there's a 2-ball by the setter, but it's picked up by the Matadors. Barton again. Ball denied off of Smith's ball, left side. Birdie off a touch, covered by King on the sideline. Up with it is Jackson Payne, can't get it down, and working it off the wall is Zach Birdie for the kill. Everybody just about getting a piece on that one. Zach Birdie is now 3 for 7. His 3 kills ties Griffin Walters for a match high. Walters is 3 for 3, by the way. Ball taken in the back by Hobus. Going up. That is Hobus from Griffin Walters, I wanted to say. Walters with the pass. Hobus with the kill, 17-11. Hobus 2 for 3. Donovan Constable, all tournament last weekend up at UCSB. Looks like he might have his first ace. He does, off the hands of Quinn Bishop. Harvard Crimson. Donovan Constable serving an ace. Averaged a block and a dig just about per set last weekend. Starting setter again, and this one's a Hail Mary shot that gets over by Bishop at the back wall. Harvard might get a point out of this. Crimson front row. Barty set the middle to Smith. CSUN now in disarray, and that's not going to clear. What a play by Quinn Bishop of Harvard. He was all the way back, and we're talking behind the basketball baseline, up against the wall here in the arena, and somehow managed to just dip it over the tape. And CSUN really not prepared for it. 18-12. Birdie, ball taken in the back by Walters. In the middle, run Payne, denied. Payne again. Popped up by James Barton. Inside of 10, that's a nice cover there by Dioc. And the Matadors score. Phillips nails the far corner, 19-12. Hobus will serve. And Dusty Orbis looking at something across the way. I think we're ready now. 19-12. Hobus served an ace earlier, off speed, shot there, and that is going out of bounds on the Matador side. And that's good for an ace for Kyle Hobus, his second. Ian Walters with 2 aces, Constable with 1. Matadors 5-1 on aces here in set number 1, and they're up by a match high 8. Goes with the speed this time. Good pass from Shepard, right side. And that is Owen Fanning connecting. Fanning's 3rd kill. That ties Birdie with a team high. Owen Fanning, a 6'7" junior from Needham, Massachusetts. Ball taken by Cook. Left side, and Griffin Walters connects. Of course, Harvard from Cambridge, Massachusetts, just outside Boston. Beautiful place. If you've never been, highly recommend a trip out. Payne with the serve. In the middle, they run Wilbert. He is dug up, right side, off a touch. Phillips, that is dug out. And there's Fanning down the line. Down the right sideline, Owen Fanning, his 4th kill. That'll tie Walters for a match high. Fanning back to serve. Harvard's up to 227 offensively. CSUN still a hot 364, along with the 5 aces. Ball served down the middle of Hobus. Get it to Constable. Backside Phillips. 1-on-2. That's a nice cover by Cook. Matadors on the move again with Phillips. Did he get it? Yeah. Jalen Phillips making his home debut. 22-14. Phillips 3 for 7 with 1 error. That is out of bounds. Logan Shepard will be back to serve. 6'4" junior from Cave Springs, Arkansas. Constable in the middle of the court. King nearly roofed, but it's picked up on the cover. Left side, Walters, that's good. Down the line. Griffin Walters is 5 for 5 in the home opener. Been a mainstay in this lineup on the outside for a few years. 6'6" senior hitter out of Sacramento. And that goes out of bounds. 23-16. Wilbert will sit. They'll go with a serving sub. It'll be Cade McGovern. Played last night but struggled. 6'6" junior. He is a Bureau's high school product in Burbank. Puts it high in the sky and serves the back row for Hobus. Matadors by 7. 23-16. A swing for Phillips. Ball brought back, birdie over the wall. That's dug by Phillips. Hobus a back set. Pushed over the wall, Phillips does. Can't get it down. And down the line, eating up Cook there. That's Owen Fanning. Fanning is 5 for 8. 23-17. CSUN still in control. Matadors opening a 3-match homestand tonight. That is out of bounds. Quick turnaround Tuesday night. Cal Lutheran will be here. And then a week from tonight, as we mentioned earlier, Princeton is here. Every home match this year is scheduled for a 6 o'clock start. All right, Matadors have arrived at set point. Here is Lorenzo Bertozzi. First look at him tonight. 6'4" junior out of Parma. Took quite a few swings a year ago. Good serve. Ball received by Birdie. Tipped by Fanning. Matadors swinging for the set here with Hobus, but Harvard gets a block. Ethan Smith and James Barden, a couple of players to watch this year in the EIVA. Ethan Smith, the 6'7" senior, was part of the All-EIVA conference team a year ago, second teamer. 24-18. First Harvard block of the night. Whistle, that's another Crimson point on a back row attack or a double contact. I think it was a double contact. 24-19. Take another look. Yeah, it was double contact on Constable. 24-19. Hobus, get it to Constable. Pop back over by Hobus. Ball will be set by the libero. Phillips brings it back to the front row for Hobus, and he is blocked. Another block for Harvard. That's a triple wall up there. Smith, along with Birdie and Fanning. So that is 3 in a row for the Crimson. Theo Edwards still has his timeouts if he wants them, both of them. Crimson with 1 left, but of course that won't matter. 24-20. Overpass. Hobus should get it done here. He does. And that is it for set 1. That is a great first set at home for the Matadors. Their all-conference performer from a year ago. Two teams swap sides. Matadors will now go left to right as you see it here in set number 2. Set number 1 is just about wrapping up from up north in Gaucho land. In fact, it is done with number 8 Stanford beating number 14 UCSB in the first set, 25-21. Again, 7 o'clock start for Long Beach State at home against Long Island. Long Island fell to Concordia in their opener a couple of nights ago. And then Emmanuel is at Hawaii, a late night start as far as we're concerned. By the way, match 2 of that Stanford UCSB series will be tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, also a couple of other MPSF teams in action. UCLA is at Loyola Chicago tomorrow. BYU is at Lewis tomorrow. Stanford at UCSB, as we mentioned. And Pepperdine is hosting Long Island. That's your Saturday schedule. Also, UCSD is at Ohio State, another Big West team in action. Ethan Smith off a Matador and out, so the Crimson have just their second lead of the night. Also tomorrow, Princeton at UC Irvine. I guess the Tigers are hanging around in Southern California, so they'll be here a week from tonight. A long trip for them. And then also Long Beach State at home tomorrow night against St. Francis. All right, backside it goes. Cross court, Jalen Phillips with authority, leans in and gets it done there to put a point on the board in set 2. Malcolm King back to serve. King had 5 aces at the UCSB A6 Invitational with Hobus and Walters. In the middle, Logan Shepard swings and scores. That is Shepard's first kill on his 3rd swing. From the unconventional spot for an outside, but he does put his team up 2-1. Birdie at the service line, ball taken sideline. Hobus, who received it, did not get a good swing off his fingertips, clearing 3 blockers, but a nice dig. Walters from the attack by Shepard, and Harvard will win that point. That ball is out for the Matadors, who fall behind 3-1. This Harvard team's very capable. They took a set at number 12 USC last night, and also got into the 20s a couple of other times. There's Jackson Payne dipping down the overpass. Payne now one of 4 Matadors with multiple kills so far tonight. Constable serving, down 1. Lightning fast serve there, and that is going to be saved on the far side. Matador block is ready. Should be an overpass kill for Payne, but he missed it. Oh, those are going to be the balls you got to put away. You get a really good serve. The pass was taken all the way to the far side. It was another nice effort by Quinn Bishop, their libero. Fanning brought it back in play, but Matadors had 2 opportunities there, the first with the block and then the second with the overpass. And that one is missed time between Constable and Payne. Connection not there, and Harvard is off to a quick start in set 2 for their biggest lead of the night, 5-2. The Matadors do have a set, 25-20. We'll step aside on ESPN+.
All of that energy that's being put in the ground gets transferred into food. It allows us as a people to thrive as well.
Learn how you can Malama Hawaii at gohawaii.com/malama.
Strong again, I'm ready to go. Strong again, I'm ready to go. You can't stop me, I'm ready to go. Strong again, I'm ready to go.
Harvard 5-2 to open up set 2 in Northridge. Matadors took the first, 25-20. And so far the Crimson 3 for an errorless, 5 swinging in set 2. That's 600, while the Matadors are just 2 for 5 with a couple of errors. And they'll have 1 timeout left. Looking ahead on the CSUN schedule, Tuesday night, Cal Lutheran here. And then a week from tonight, Princeton. The Matadors will have a quick one over at USC on the 24th before returning here 2 weeks from tomorrow against Central State, who won the initial SIAC title from 2022. Edward Waters, the other champion of that conference in 23, and as we mentioned, they get the automatic bid this year. CSUN out of the timeout. Making a connection with Jalen Phillips, the starting opposite again tonight, 5-3. Matadors will open up the month of February with a 2-match series at Stanford. That was one of the more exciting matches of the year last year at home. Upset win over the Cardinal. Meanwhile, Harvard is challenging again. They are 1 for 1 on challenges tonight, and this time they are challenging a touch. See, there was a kill by Jalen Phillips, so let's take another look here. Phillips, well, I don't know what the challenge would be because touch or no touch, it was a Phillips kill. So the PA announcer announced it as a challenge for Harvard, apparently arguing that there was no touch. Well, that's kind of immaterial, so couldn't tell you anything more. Let's see if we could tell anything else here. Can't see anything unusual. No one was in the net for the Matadors. Phillips was in the front row, so you got me on this. I don't know. And whatever the issue is, this has taken a lot longer than it should. I don't know what Orvis is looking at over there, but we'll see. So they gave the point to Harvard on a call reversal. The only other thing maybe I believe whatever was being looked at was with Phillips going up. I don't think it was from a previous touch, but either way, Harvard is 2 for 2 on challenges. So instead of 5-3, it is 6-2 Harvard. So Smith at the line, ball taken by Hobus. Get it to Constable, left side, run Phillips off the tape, and it goes in. Jalen Phillips. So Harvard still has all their challenges remaining as they have won them both. And Hobus will serve. By the way, on the point that they won via a challenge, go ahead and give Phillips a hitting error for some reason. Right side off 2 touches, and that is down for Owen Fanning. Fanning now has a match high 6 kills on 9 swings, hitting .444 to go with 4 digs and a block. Fanning back to serve, 7 looking at 3. Matadors by 5 in set 1. Off speed serve taken by Hobus on one knee. Run out to the left. Walters is blocked. First time they've gotten to Walters. That's Owen Wilbert. And James Barden, the setter, pairing up. Harvard block coming alive since the later moments of set one, and they've got their biggest lead of the night, 8-3. Ball taken to the back, Constable. Out of the back comes Kyle Hobus. 8-4. Malcolm King back to the front row, and back to serve is Jackson Payne. 6'7", fourth-year junior middle out of Carlsbad. Began his collegiate career at UC Irvine, and that one has floated long. 9-4. Logan Shepard back to serve. Harvard now hitting .355 for the match all of a sudden. Right side, cross court, and that is no good. Miss hit by Jalen Phillips, who is now 5 for 14 with 3 hitting errors. And the Matadors, who once had a decisive lead in the hitting for most of set one, in fact, now they're down by well over 100 points overall. Matadors win that point. Harvard was in the net. Coming down there was Birdie. Phillips the serve, down 10-5. That's out. Serving has fallen apart here in set two. Matadors had 5 aces and 1 error in set one. Obviously, you don't expect to keep those numbers up, but it is now 5 aces and 7 errors for the evening. So it's 0-6 in the second set. So that is not good. Constable left side Walters trying to tool the block, but it is covered by Fanning. Left side Birdie, tip, pancake by Phillips. What a play. It is back to Harvard, out to the left. Birdie swings, and that's in the net. That is a great get by Jalen Phillips, making his home debut. Keep that ball alive in front of the 10-foot line. That would have been a maybe a devastating point to lose in terms of the outcome. Trying to get a set 2 win and kind of somewhat keeps you in it here. That service error doesn't help. 12-6. One of these service errors piling up in the second set. Constable in the middle, and run Malcolm King, he's got it. King's first kill on 5 swings. Someone who I would think has to have a big year in the middle for CSUN. King just 2023 had 40 total kills last year at 253, and there's Harvard coming right back. Smith puts Harvard up 13-7. Right side. That's going out from Phillips. Theo Edwards going over to Dusty Orvis. And CSUN will call it CSUN 7 in set 2 with the Matadors up 1-0. Home opener for CSUN, coming in 1-2, number 18 in the country this week. Harvard unranked. They are 0-1. Their season opener was last night, a 4-set loss at number 12 USC. Jump serve, ball would have gone out, called by the whole team. Hobus takes it anyway, goes cross court, that's out. Followed all the way this time by Talon Cook, and he lets it drop, 14-8. Hobus ends up getting a kill, his 5th. 3 Matadors with 5 kills, Hobus, Walters, and Phillips. Constable serves, right side Fanning, that's going to be a kill off the hands of Constable. Owen Fanning back to serve, 15-8. Off the tape on one knee, taken by Hobus. Get it to Constable. Run Jackson Payne, can't get it down. Harvard in transition, but right into the block goes Logan Shepard. Hobus and Payne get the block assist, a stat that has favored Harvard of late. Just the second block tonight for CSUN, and Hobus back to serve. That's out of bounds, and the service errors continue to mount. Logan Shepard back to serve, leading 16-9. Ball taken to the back by Hobus. Constable, run it out to the left, Walters, and he slams it through the wall. Griffin Walters is 6 for 8. 2 errors, couple of aces, and Jackson Payne back to serve. Fanning, left side, ball tipped by Birdie. Out to the left, Walters, kept alive. Right side swing, and that is down the line, and good. Owen Fanning, 17-10. Ethan Smith back to serve. Harvard playing second of their 2 Southern California matches. They'll stay on the road next week for a couple. We'll see the Big West a couple more times at home, though. We get UC Santa Barbara at home, and they'll actually go to take that back. They'll go to UC San Diego in mid-March. So they're making a couple of trips out here this year. Left side cross court, and that is wide. Flag goes up, hitting air for Zach Birdie. Matadors still within striking range here, especially if you can put a couple of good serves together. Left side, off a touch, that's good, off a touch for Griffin Walters, pulled it within 4. Key here is to get some good serves off. He was 11 for an errorless 13 in their opener last night, just 1 for an errorless 2 so far tonight. Bertozzi, the serving sub, it goes down the middle. Matadors can use a couple of more here in this stretch, but off the block and out. Harvard scores out of the timeout with Zach Birdie. James Barden to serve, 16 assists, 4 digs, 2 blocks to his night. Harvard right to left here in set 2. We're in the road black, white and black shorts. Matadors in the home red for the first time with black numbers. Left side, Walters trying to clear 3 blockers, denied. This time run it out to the right with Jalen Phillips. Matadors bring it back to within 4. Still some time, but the serving has got to go up. This might be the man to do it. Griffin Walters, those 2 early aces, now a 7 on the year. Ball taken by Bishop, the libero. This time they run Wolbert in the middle. Heck of a time to get the ball to him, who is still errorless in his collegiate career. 13 for an errorless 16 when you combine last night and tonight. 19-14, now 19-15. after Harvard's 6th service error of the night. So here's Malcolm King. One service error for King. That ball is a tough serve to Birdie, chased down by Barden. A swing, triple block up there. Can they end up getting it down? Not yet. Pushed over by Wilbert. Out of the back, down the line, and Phillips just does squeeze it in there. So now the deficit is just 3. Take another look. Didn't get it by much, but just did squeeze it in there. 19-16. Matador's starting to win some serves. Got to win a few more. Another tough serve. Good pass, though, by Bishop. That is a huge pass. And CSUN's not going to be able to play it. Wow. Very tough serve, but an even better pass. 20-16. Trevor Schultz into serve, a senior out of St. Augustine, Florida. Front row, 2-ball, Constable. That's the time to use it. We had a good look at the middle. Nice peripheral vision by the setter. Back within 3, 20-17. Harvard had 3 up, 3 back, and Constable read that perfectly. And he'll be back to serve. You need a point or two on your serve here. Barton, right side, and that's going to be off the CSUN block. Knocking it down is Fanning for the 9th time. Side out game doesn't do you any good. You shaved off a few points from that 7-point lead that Harvard had, but gotta win some more serves. If you're CSUN, Walters off his fingertips and out of bounds, and Crimson now win a serve to get it to 22-17. Matadors are out of timeouts. Owen Fanning. Ball taken by Cook. Run the middle with Payne, and that ball drops for Jackson Payne. 3rd kill. And you're getting to be around the point now where it's getting close at least to last call for set 2 if you're CSUN. Down 22-18. Hobus a couple of early aces. Could use a 3rd one here. Whistle. Is Harvard out of rotation? They are. That's a break for CSUN. 22-19. Coach looking for an explanation there. Kyle Hobus serving, down 22-19 now. Ball taken in the back, get a front row. Missed time by Smith, but Jalen Phillips kind of got turned around there. (23-19). Here's Logan Shepard. Ball taken by Hobus. In the middle, Jackson Payne, that's no good. A couple of chances here for the Matadors have gone by the wayside. And it looks like Harvard's going to even up the match momentarily, 24-19 if they need it. The Crimson still with 1 timeout. Aaron pass there to Walters, bring it back to the front row for Phillips. It is dug out. This for the set, and putting away set 2. Owen Fanning, they win the last 3 points of set 2 to even up the match, 1 set apiece. 25-20 CSUN, 25-19 Harvard. We'll step aside on ESPN+. Set number 3 moments away with Logan Shepard, the first to serve, and the two teams back to their original benches, and it looks like they're staying. These two teams are with their original lineup. Setter trying to put it down, Constable, and it's going to be a Matador point on too many hits called on Harvard. And the Matadors strike first in set 3. See what's going on up at UCSB. Set 2 to the Cardinal. They're up 2 sets to none over UCSB. 25-21, 25-22. First of the 2-match series in Goleta as Kyle Hobus puts CSUN up 2-0. Ball taken in the back by Shepard. Out to the left it goes. Birdie and 3 blockers up for the Matadors. That's Hobus, King, and Constable. Each side now with 3 blocks tonight. Harvard, by the way, ended up hitting 391 in that second set to CSUN's 154. Quite the disparity there. Harvard here in scramble mode. Free ball given up by Barton, the setter. Out to the right side. Jalen Phillips. Is it in? It is. First 4 to the Matadors in set 3. Jalen Phillips, 8 for 19. 8 kills now a team high. And an ace serve. Hot start for CSUN. Much like set 1, Griffin Walters is to his name. At 31 a year ago. 28 the year prior. Ball taken in the back, out of the timeout by Shepard. Fanning is roofed. Hobus along with King. Couple of early blocks to set 3 for CSUN. CSUN had some nice blocking stats in Santa Barbara a week ago, along with the serve. Harvard on the board finally. It took a Matador service there to do it. Wolbert back to serve. Wolbert is 3 for an errorless 4 with a block. Ball taken by Walters. Constable get it to Hobus. That's good. Hobus is 7 for 13. He as well with 3 aces, 3 digs, and a match high 4 blocks for Hobus. Malcolm King to serve. Sophomore from Long Beach goes down the middle to Shepard. Birdie, little tip, gets his own ball back. And a point going Harvard's way. Seven to 2. James Barden to serve. Off the tape, taken by Hobus. Run Jackson Payne for the kill. 4th kill in the middle for Payne. This is something the Matadors should be doing more and more as the season goes. The Constable's got some nice experience now. They can feel confident enough to run his middle. And Payne and King will get more and more experience. Hopefully by the time conference play starts, it's an effective tool for CSUN. Off the tape and out from Hobus. CSUN the first 6 points of set 3. Now up by 5, 8-3. Walters on the reception, front court, get it to Jackson Payne. That's going to be dug up. Shepard off a touch and out, so give Shepard a kind of an off-speed kill there. His 3rd kill of the night. That is just the 2nd Harvard kill in set 3. Matadors with 5 kills, and there's an ace. And that's just the second ace of the night for the Crimson. Zach Birdie has both of them. 5 serving 8. Getting a little closer early on in set 3. Right side, Hobus leaves no doubt. 8th kill for Kyle Hobus. Ian Phillips with 8 kills. Hobus, that's a great serve. Gonna run out of room. Barden is, and it is another ace for Kyle Hobus. That is his 4th. 8 service aces, the 2. Matadors with the big advantage there. And have doubled up the Crimson on the scoreboard in set 3, 10-5. Jump serve, ball taken in the back by Shepard. Barden, get it back to Smith, who goes out of bounds. Harvard, though, coming up adamant that there was a touch. Hands. Didn't see one real time or on replay that we could have said for sure. 11-5 Seaside. Service there, and I think that hit Walters. 11-6. Smith the serve. Smith's hitting .500 in the middle tonight. Couple of blocks. And gets his first ace off the hands of Cook. 11-7. That's 2 aces in the set for Harvard and 3 for the night. They're within 4. Second team All-EIVA performer goes to the hybrid. Ball taken by Walters and gets it on the money across the court to Jalen Phillips. Puts down his 9th ball. Matadors continue to be balanced offensively. Phillips with 9, Hobus with 8, Walters with 7. Jackson Payne here with 4 kills. He puts it in play, front court. Barton backside it goes, and knocking it down is Fanning for his 11th kill and doing it efficiently. 11 for 16, 3 errors. That means an even .500 hitting for Owen Fanning, who is back to serve. Junior from not too far away from Harvard, his hometown. Right side, ball tipped. And a free ball given up by Shepard. Here come the Matadors, up by 4, and now up by 5 with Malcolm King. Just his second put away. Jalen Phillips back to serve with a 5-point lead. We're tied up 1 set apiece. Matadors in the first, 25-20. Harvard came back strong in the second, 25-19. 8 aces and now 12 service errors for CSUN. And that's actually, anybody will tell you, a really good ratio. Anytime you serve 8 aces and make 12 service errors, you're gonna most likely take that. The problem is, left side, Griffin Walters, 1-on-2 and out of bounds. The problem is what happened last set. So if you just start to break down the sets, as awesome as the Matadors did from behind the back line in set 1, it just gave way to the opposite kind of feeling in set 2, giving Harvard a lot of free points and making way for their victory. Big block for the Matadors here to go up by 6. Now the Matadors, though, putting it together again, seemingly at the service line. Walters with 3 aces, going for his 4th. This one passed by Bishop in the maroon libero jersey. Gets the nice cover. Left side, ball tipped by Birdie. Matadors on the move with Jalen Phillips, the opposite. Biggest lead of set 3, 16-9. Harvard's got 1 timeout left. CSUN had scored the first 6 of the set. Harvard had brought it to within 4 a couple of times. Birdie's kill here makes it 16-10. Actually, Harvard brought it to within 3 as well at one point at 8-5. That was as close as they have gotten here in set 3. Kyle Hobus gets another one. So Kyle Hobus, 9 kills at 313. Jalen Phillips is a lone double-digit man for CSUN, 10 kills at 333. Hobus will get there, as Walters will, I'm sure. This ball's flying out of the building from Malcolm King. 17-11. If you're going to do that, might as well do it when you're 7 up. And back to serve is Barden. 5 digs, 2 blocks to go with his 23 assists, and he's led an offense that's gotten better and better. That second set, they get 391. Been a little bit of a struggle here in set 3 for them. And a little tip to the near sideline for Hobus. Second Matador in double digits. (18-11). Donovan Constable to serve. All tournament last weekend up at UCSB, and there is a dip down there by Jackson Payne that manages to get through the tape and down, and Harvard will burn their second and final timeout. CSUN ups its lead to 8 to serve. Crimson now out of timeouts. Matadors still have both of theirs if they need them. Cook front row to Constable. Out to the left, cross court, and down. Jalen Phillips on the left goes to cross court side for his 11th kill on 22 swings. Also 4 digs to his evening. Kyle Hobus to serve. Big night for Hobus. 4 blocks, 4 aces, 10 kills at 353. Ball taken in the back. Get it front row to Barden. Run the middle with Smith. That is out of bounds. It's going to be the first miss tonight for the big middleman. Ethan Smith. Jump serve, Hobus. Off speed serve, got an ace like that earlier tonight. This one's picked up and they run Fanning. Who scores? 21-13 after the Matadors had taken their biggest lead of 9. Smith has one of the 3 Harvard aces. It goes down the middle to Cook on the reception. Perfect pass to Constable, high off the wall. Hobus, it is covered. Harvard now on the move. Smith will set. Fanning cross court. That is dug by Constable. Miscommunication nearly cost the Matadors. Payne able to retrieve it at the last minute. Right side, and a block solo by Griffin Walters. That was a one-on-one with Harvard's best hitter tonight, Owen Fanning, who's got double the next highest man in kills. And Walters got him. That's Griffin's first block. Bertozzi in to serve, 22-13. Matadors closing in on a 2-1 lead. Covered by Birdie behind the 10-foot line, and another Matador block. Phillips and King. Biggest lead of 10 tonight, 23-13. By the way, that block by Walters a moment ago, which of course was a solo, right side, Phillips gets a kill, biggest lead of 11 tonight for CSUN, and a set point, 24-13. That block solo was Griffin's first of the year. Bertozzi trying to serve it out. Goes for it and misses long, 24-14. Stanford up 16-15 in set 3 over UCSB. Cardinal up 2 sets in that one, first of a 2-match series. Back to serve, Owen Fanning. Crimson hitting negatively in set 3, 5 for 19 with 7 hitting errors. The Matador block certainly has something to do with that. Left side, Walters, that's good, the ball drops, no dig there. Griffin Walters with his 9th kill. And as they hit minus 105 in that third set, Matadors hit 652 in the third set with just 1 hitting error in 23 swings. Blocking now, the Matadors have the last 5.5 blocks of this match. It was once 3.5 to 2. It is now 7.5 to 3.5 for the Matadors. There was not a single tie or lead change in that third set. Jalen Phillips, 12 kills in his home debut, hitting .391, 10 kills for Kyle Hobus at .300. Away we go set 4 with Griffin Walters, overpass, and knocking it down for his 11th kill is Kyle Hobus. Hobus has 4 aces, Walters has 3. CSUN winning the aces 8-3. Another tough serve taken by Bishop. Bishop has done a great job passing the ball tonight, making ways for plays like that. Shepard's 4th kill. Owen Fanning, a match high tying 12 kills at .381 to lead Harvard. 2 aces for Zach Birdie. Birdie is hitting zeros tonight. One of their star hitters. Returning from their 9-win season. There's Hobus again. 12th kill for Hobus, joining 2 other men in the building in that category. 5 block assists for Malcolm King, who is serving now. Match high in blocks. Ball taken in the back by Shepard, left side, and that is good by Birdie. 7th put away for him. Interesting how this match has gone. I don't know how about the 4th set's going to go, but all 3 sets have been very decisive one way or another. Wolbert puts it in play. And Jackson Payne, swing and a miss. Theo Edwards is going to go for the green card, and I don't think he is going to win this if that's what he's challenging, that there was a touch. I don't think so. I've seen Jackson miss some of those balls in the middle, stuff that just has to go down for a middleman. Theo's first challenge of the night. Harvard is 2 for 3. Let's see if there's anything for sure. Well, certainly, I don't believe it hit. I could say for certain that it hit Evan Smith's hand. Or Ethan Smith's hand, excuse me. But Harvard 3 aces, 6 errors. Wilbert with 1 of those errors. Not hitting though. Wilbert's 3 for an errorless 5 tonight, and to his collegiate name, 14 for an errorless 18. Taking some time now to wipe up the Matador side of the floor. Should be good to go. All right, freshman will be serving. Been a busy night for the down ref tonight, Dusty Orvis. Ball taken down the sideline, a swing and a score. Kyle Hobus. Best all-around player in the building tonight. 13 kills, hitting right around 400, 4 aces, and 5 digs. And 4 blocks. Constable misses, 4-3 Crimson. Barden serves. Left-hander goes sideline, sliding up there. Nice reception, making way out on the left for Phillips. Started with Kyle Hobus on the reception. And then good job by Phillips avoiding the block. 4-4, Hobus the serve. Hobus has 4 of the 8 Matador aces. Off speed, they're ready for it this time. Barden back set. Birdie cross court, that's no good, it's wide. Lead change. CSUN 5, Harvard 4. Prior to this set, we had a grand total of 1 lead change in this match through the first 3 sets. That was it. It was early in the first set. Five to 5. Birdie serves the back for Hobus. That's an overpass. In the middle runs Smith, dug by Hobus. Backside, Phillips off a couple of touches and scores on the right. Matadors 6-5. So point for point. Just about in the early goings of set 4. Was already featured. A couple of early lead changes, more than the first 3 sets combined. Jackson Payne at the back line. Ball taken by Bishop. Out to the right. 1-on-2. Ball hit back off the tape. And then a little bit of bad luck there for CSUN. Ball drops right between Phillips and Payne off the hands of Shepard. Or Phillips and King, I should say. Shepard scores. It's tied at 6. Smith the serve. Constable out to the left. Walters off a couple of touches. Going to be a kill. Ball travels into the seats ultimately. As Griffin Walters is in double digits. 3rd Matador to do so, following the footsteps of Phillips, who's got 14 kills, and Hobus with 13. Walters is now 10 for 15 with 3 errors, hitting .467 to go with those 3 aces, and his first block solo of the year. Fanning to serve, we're tied at 7. Matadors 2-1, and that is not going to cut it. Walters back to serve. Taken by Bishop, get it out to Barden, out to the right in the tracks there of Walters. Fanning's hard swing, King a touch. Out to the left, Shepard cross court. And the Matadors have changed liberos here. That has popped up. It's Chris Carnezes who is at the libero spot now. Made his collegiate debut last weekend up in Santa Barbara. Ball hit long, Crimson score. Carnezes now involved in his 10th set in a Matador uniform. Played all 3 matches last weekend, didn't start any. And he was able to dig 10 balls up in Santa Barbara, 1.11%. Left side, Hobus. 14th put away for Hobus. Chris Carnezis, a 6'1" redshirt freshman out of Park Ridge, Illinois. Started in the 2 libero system like Harvard did tonight, but it's been Cook who's been out there the majority. 9-9 on another service error. Matadors are up to 18 of those tonight. They do have 8 aces. Wilbert, well taken by Walters. Good pass to Constable, backside, and Phillips is going to be roofed. Birdie was up there, may have gotten all of it, but gives Smith a block assist. So that is the first Harvard block in a long time. Way back when, it was 3.5 to 2. Harvard had the lead, but then the next 5.5 blocks went CSUN's way. And Harvard, I think, had been sitting on 3.5 blocks, I believe, since the first set, but I'll double check that. Left side it goes. Birdie swings and scores to break the 10-all tie. So Harvard had 2.5 sets. After set 1, they got another one in set 2. Didn't have any in set 3, so they had been sitting there since the early part of set 2. Hobus doesn't clear this one. And Harvard's got a 2-point lead. Shaping up to be the tightest of the 4 sets. In fact, nothing has really been tight at all tonight until now. The set's been very close. Hobus, one-on-one deal and gets the better of Birdie there. Pulled to within 1. 15 now for Kyle Hobus. Go with 4 aces, 6 digs, and 4 block assists. Matadors hitting .344 on the night. Very solid number under the leadership of Donovan Constable. Service errors continue to just pile up. 19 of those now tonight. Birdie serves down the middle as Talon Cook is back on left side, and Walters works it off the wall. 11 of 16 for 3 errors. That's an even 500 for Griffin Walters. And here comes the serving sub of Lorenzo Bertozzi. Got a very fast serve. Ball taken by Bishop. Birdie, overpass, and the ball does just drop out. A near disaster on the Harvard side. Owen Fanning trying to make that quick decision. 14 will serve 12. Bertozzi coming in as a serving sub in the Jackson Payne rotation. And Smith will serve. Ball taken by Walters, get it to Constable, back to Walters, and that's gonna be a kill. Matadors will put another face on the floor now, replacing Jalen Phillips, at least for the moment. And this is gonna be Trevor Lau. So Trevor Lau is going to be making his Matador debut. Didn't play at all last week. 6'1" redshirt freshman hitter from Manhattan Beach, College Park High. Ball taken down the middle. Good first serve to his career, but it is a Harvard point with Wilbert in the middle and off a touch. Timeout. No one has taken. very tough one against the always solid Princeton. "15 kills for Kyle Hobus at 346. 14 kills for Jalen Phillips at 370. 12 kills Griffin Walters, 500. Matadors hitting 364, about 100 points above Harvard's 259, led by Owen Fanning, 12 kills, 348. And Zach Birdie, 11 kills, 154. That ball's flying out. Brings CSUN within 3, right about where they were when they lost set 2. Just were able to pull it to within 3 a couple of times. Just could not get to the top of the mountain. See if they can come back in set 4. And not going to happen that way, I promise you that much. CSUN's 21st service error of the night puts the Crimson up 19-15. Wilbert, ball taken near side by Cook. Up to the middle and set Walters, who comes flying out of the back. Griffin Walters, 13 kills as he goes above 500 and brings the Matadors back within 3. But again, this is what CSUN's going to have to do well in this year, is serve well when it matters the most. When things start to get late in these sets and the Matadors are in the net, and yet again, just a one-serve rotation, 20-16. That's the left hand of Jackson Payne coming down, and that's a bummer because that's something that certainly did not have to happen. 20-16, the left-handed setter. Barden puts it in play. Near block, but an incredible pancake cover by Talon Cook. Wow. Kyle Hobus puts it away, but it's Talon Cook that made that happen. Let's take a look here. Look at that cover. And they're challenging it. And call does stand. Good pancake up by Cook. And Harvard now 2 for 4. So, for the moment, the Crimson with one challenge left. If we go to a 5th, he'll get another one. Overpass rather, and this time Jackson Payne takes care of the overpass to bring it to within 2, 20-18. Theo Edwards fired up, directing his troops. Matadors right there. But again, it's how you play. A lot of these sets come down to how you do in the 20s, and it starts with the serve. Great serve by Hobus. Out of system, Harvard. Free ball. Constable, backside, cover rather by Hobus, and cross court, and Phillips. That's no good, off the tape and out. That is a point the Matadors absolutely should have won. Got everything you wanted. Got the tough serve, got the overpass, you got a swing out on the right, and the whole court. Missed it wide, Birdie to serve, now with a 3-point lead. 21-18, that ball served to Walters. Walters will swing and score. Matadors are hitting very well tonight. With that kill by Walters, his 14th by the way, the Matadors are 56 for 106 with 17 errors. 368 as a team. Service error. It's been that kind of a story though. You do something good to get a little closer, but give it right back up. 22-19. Ethan Smith goes down the middle to Hobus. Constable out of the back. Hobus and got the back line. Kyle Hobus knocks it down. Down 2 again, but again, you can't trade points anymore. 20 serving 22. The Matadors are struggling to win service points. at least in these sets in which they have lost or losing, the second and fourth. Ball down the middle to Birdie, backside, Fanning, 1-on-3, and the Matadors get a little tip lock. 3 Matadors up there, that's King, Constable, and Walters. Finally, CSUN able to win a serve, and Harvard will call a timeout. Each side with 1 timeout left. CSUN brings it to within 1, 22-21. 24 balls tonight and have 3 players who have at least 14 kills. But Harvard threatening to push things into a 5th set. Matadors finally able to win a service point with Phillips at the line. Serves again, ball taken by Shepard in the back, and this is Birdie who puts it down. Matadors also have served 4 more aces tonight, but have struggled. Continuing with rotations when trying to come back. Sets 2 and 4, now down 23-21. Fanning serves. Ball taken by Hobus. Constable, backside, Phillips, and that'll go down. 15 kills for Phillips in his home debut. Now the Matadors are going to have probably 3 players with at least 15 kills tonight, especially if it goes into a 5th. Front court in the middle, run Wilbert, and there is Wilbert's first career hitting error. And what a time for it, because it ties it up at 23 and 7. Recent points for CSUN, it's 23 all here. And out of the timeout, Walters goes for it and slams it into the net, and the Crimson have set point. That's been the biggest killer tonight for the Matadors. Service error number 23. Front court Constable, this to tie it, and Malcolm King gets it right back. 3 for an errorless 9 in the middle to go with 6 blocks for Malcolm King. Starting off his sophomore season, we are playing extras in set number 4, the only close set we have had tonight. King back to serve. Good serve. That is a clutch serve by the sophomore middle, and he gets an ace. That is the 9th ace for the Matadors. Harvard out of timeouts. It is match point at 25-24. Wow, a stat that's been frustrating and a lot of times tonight. Goes the way of CSUN right there. Can he do it again? It hits the tape. Front court, Barden, feed the left, and Birdie scores. We play on, 25's on the scoreboard. Matadors want to win this thing in 4. Harvard is looking for a decisive 5th. They're going to put a serving sub in for Wilbert. It's going to be Trevor Schultz, came in to serve once earlier tonight. 6'6" senior middle out of St. Augustine, Florida. This will be his second serve of the night, tied at 25. Floats one to the back for Walters. Get the pass you want, right side Phillips, and perfectly executed. Off a touch and good for Phillips, his 16th put away. Match point number 2. 26-25. Matadors have fought back from 4 down. 20-16 they were down, then were down by 3 several times thereafter. Jump serve, Constable. Goes in the back, good pass. Left side it goes, Birdie swings and scores, cross court. Beats up Carnazes. Tied at 26, Harvard still alive. And their second match of the year. Barden to serve. Goes the Cook. Get it to Constable, left side, little tip, and it drops. Jalen Phillips goes to a tip shot, and it goes down. 17th kill, that's a match high tying 17 kills with Hobus. Match point number 3 at 27-26. Jump serve, a tall toss for Hobus. Taken in the back, run the middle, and Logan Shepard keeps the night alive for Harvard. They have fought off 3 match points. Zach Birdie, who's got 14 kills now at 241. He's elevated his game as the night has gone on. He was at zeros for quite a while. Constable out to the left. Walters is going to not yet score. Punch back up top near the center line. Left side Walters, he scores this time. Griffin Walters, the 3rd Matador with at least 15 kills tonight, and the Matadors will have a 4th match point. Harvard had a set point way back when at 24-23. They also had several leads of 3 in the late teens and early 20s. Jackson Payne back to serve to try to end the night on the 4th try. This crowd, nice season opening, home opening crowd here at Premier American Credit Union. A lot of them are on their feet. A little bit of a discussion here. Barden talking with Orvis. Orvis has had a very festive night. We're going to let Jackson Payne serve here. We've seen Bertuzzi come in, Bertuzzi, but we're going to stick with Jackson Payne. Serve is in play, out to the left it goes. Shepard, a nice dig by Jackson Payne. Left side it goes, and off the wall and out. The Matadors win it. Wow, what a decision to stick with Payne there, who ends up getting